Hello everyone, welcome to the first video of this channel about scrap mechanic. This is the first guide I'm going to make and I'm gonna have a second part of how to efficiently use it. So what do we need to make this vehicle? Some long pipes, 4 of them, 4 T-pipes and 5 of the curved pipes, 1 controller, 1 level 5 thruster. Level 5 thruster is going to be the most expensive part, so make sure you have it at level 5 before gathering any other pieces. So let's grab the pieces and start building. First thing we are going to make is a stabilizer. On this vehicle, I actually put 3 stabilizers for the max efficiency, but even if you have only one, it's going to work, but it's going to be a bit wonky. So this is the stabilizers that I'm going to talk about and show how to make it. There is actually a guide about how to make this by Al Magma, I think. I'm gonna put the link down in the description. So this is going to be basically like how he does it, but in a little bit efficient way. So first of all, I made a ramp like this with a small angle. You will see why we need it throughout the guide. Okay, let's start with putting our lift first and put a block, and then put a spring. And then we need some bearings. 1 bearing, 1 block, 1 bearing, and block. And we will slide the block like this. Then we are going to weld this part and this part together. This is the first step, and we are gonna need 2 of these. Let's remove these parts. This is the first one. I'm gonna put it here. So I'm going to make the same one, but we're going to add a little bit more on that. So 1 block, 1 spring, 1 bearing, another block, another bearing, and we slide the block and then weld it together. This is the same part, and then this goes weird in this part. So we are going to put a bearing here. You might find it a little bit difficult because there are 2 parts in 1 block. So after that, we are going to put 2 blocks, and then 1 bearing, and then another block, and the T-piece. Okay, this part is done. We are going to take the lift out, and you will see how this ramp actually works. Just opening the gate here, and then it's going to help us take this and place it like this. So what we did actually is, when we take this on the lift again, these 2 pieces are in the same structure. So before everything, don't forget to always weld the corners. So this is all a full piece, and then the most of it is done. As you can see, right now it's not complete because it doesn't have any attachment points, so you have to put a block. And as you can see, these are 2 separate ones because blocks are not connected, but this block actually connected to this spring. So let's see if it works. As you can see, it works. Let's start building it. By placing 1 block, I'm going to make this seat flop because I'm going to work on the bottom part. First of all, the turning is going to be via a suspension glitch. So, but before that, let's put these stabilizers on this seat first. So how we do it is actually, I'm going to take this Okay, this is the last spot that I can put. I'm going to put it one block in front, and this one is the other side. Yes. But before first one, let's get started with our suspension glitch. So for suspension glitch, we're gonna use, like, this is the front part. We're gonna put 2 bearings like that. And you can put a block or anything. I'm gonna use a curved pipe like this. And the suspension here. And for the rest, you have to put it on lift. So it does actually connect. And we are going to put a T part like this. So it is both connected. And let's... Okay, this is not how I want it to be. So let's make something here. Okay, so it is actually standing. It's not falling. So that means our stabilizers work. So let's get the last piece, but from side this time. And we are going to put it upside down. Yep, exactly like this. Let's check if, as you can see, our turning is a little bit harsh, but it's okay. So for thruster, we are going to need 2 curved pieces like this and 2 bearings on the end of them. So, and a T-pipe, exactly like this. It's time to get the thruster. We can put a bearing. Let's put this as well. It is a little bit tricky, but you can actually put it like this. So weight is equally distributed. And then you're going to bind this piece here. After connecting this, it might be a little bit hard to access this controller, but it's not that hard. You're going to need this on level 2 because we are going to put at least 2 connections on this one. So let's update it. And this first angle that we're going to have is 45 degrees for this to actually be symmetrical. Let's see how does it look. Yeah, it looks like this. So we're almost there. Let's get this back. So the next part is you're going to connect any of these bearings to the controller. So this is going to be our thruster angle. So you can actually go fly high and forward at the same time with just one button. Let's get our button first. Switch, actually, not button. And connect this to the controller and also the seat. So this is actually done right now. So after connecting this to a button, you have to make it 60 degrees. And check the angle first. Yes, this is going to turn like this actually. Let's check if this thing is actually flying. Let's put it on max. Let's grab some gas. Put it in. Okay, turning is a little bit harsh, but it's okay. So if we press 1, as you can see, it will go like this. So you can actually have a forward thrust like this. And turning it is really hard. So we have a solution for that, but it's going to need you to have a little bit more component kits. From now on, this is only cosmetic. It's not really necessary to put all the pieces that I'm going to put, but it's also not that bad, and it's not gonna change any much weight. So I'm going to make a railing on this one, and this is how I'm going to make it. I'm going to put 2 large pieces, 1 T-shapes here and here, and then another 2 pieces. For this one I'm going to take this back, and the second piece. So just for cosmetic reasons, I'm going to put 2 pieces like this. When you have these parts and you have this button is pressed, you won't have any problems flipping over. So that is actually kind of necessary, but not really. You don't really need to make it from the seat. You can actually connect it through here, but you have to be kind of careful, because if you connect it wrong, you can mess up with the stabilizer. So this is the safe part. We are mostly done. So let's say we are at night and we have this creation trying to work through a forest or in anything. We might actually need some lights. For this one I'm going to put 2 bearings here. And I'm going to take these lamps. Like this. So after this part, after you add these lights, I'm going to make them angle a little bit down. So we are going to need to put them on controller. But I'm going to make it 1 level higher. So I will have 2 more pieces. And in the end, you're going to need everything maxed, because controllers are very fast at level 5, and seats can control bearings very efficiently at level 5. But if you don't have that many component kits, you can skip this part and just build it. And with this vehicle, you're going to have a lot of component kits in really short time. So let's connect our lights. Not lights directly, but the bearings of them. And give them a 45 or 30 degree angle. So when you're flying, you're going to see your front side better. Let's put another switch here for the light control. And actually I want my lights on 1, so I'm going to detach this and attach this in order. So 1 is going to be our lights, and 2 is going to be our vertical thrust, so we can fly higher. And here is our vehicle is done. This is going to be your main vehicle for many things, especially for material gathering and scouting. Before finishing this video, I'm going to show you why you actually need all these pieces at max level. This is level 1 seat. As you can see, weight ratio is 5. On level 2 it's still 5. On level 3 it's 4. On level 4 it's 4. And on level 5 it's only 3. So it actually loses weight. You are building a flying vehicle, so weight is really important. And also on level 5 saddles, you're going to have an option on bearings to use them differently. Right now I actually have tuned my suspension glitch turning like this, and you turn actually way much smoother. But on this one, as you can see, it's really fast, and sometimes it's really not really controllable. So I recommend upgrading it to level 5. So why you actually need level 5 controller? At first you don't, but after some point you will see that this is really slow. At level 5, speed is going to be like this. So your maneuver ability is going to be really good. Why do you need level 5 thruster? This is the level 1 thruster, and check the weight. It's 8. And when you level it up, it loses 1 on each level, as you can see, and it gains durability, which is amazing because when you invest on them, you don't want them to get destroyed anyhow. So level 5 thruster is going to use less fuel than any of them, so this is why we are actually needing, this is why we need a level 5 thruster to begin with. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want me to make any type of vehicles, you can let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next guide.